Well, good evening, everybody. It's Mary with Stamps-N-Lingers, and it is Friday night, which is an unusual time for me, at 8 p.m. Eastern. For those of you who are going to be joining me, I appreciate it. It was kind of short notice, but well, I'll tell you what, it just occurred to me all of a sudden that if I don't get home until 7 or 8 o'clock at night, I'm not going to be doing a video. So I appreciate those of you who are joining with me. I'm going to take a second and refresh my screen on the left here to see if I've got anybody with us. Oh, I do have some folks. Hi, Amy. Hi, Patricia. Hi, Nancy. Sue, thank you for joining. Hey, Jean and Sharon, glad you could join. Hi, Fran. I do appreciate y'all screwing up your Friday for me. This will be the last video before I get, the last tutorial video, I guess I should say, until I get back from the cruise. I do think Amy and I will probably do a few little pop-up videos while we're on the ship. We've both got the internet option going, and so I think we'll have a little fun with that. Hi, Barbara and Jamie. How are you? Appreciate you joining. Hey, Jean, I think you actually are busy. Hi, Arlene. Hi, Mary. I'm glad you were able to join, and thank you for setting a timer. That means a lot to me. So let us go ahead and get started if we can. The fun fold, y'all, I'm just going to say this. This is my new favorite fun fold card, and I have come to the conclusion that I'm always late to the new fun folds or the different fun folds. So I follow on the skirts of the new fads. So this is a double easel. You can see how it works here. You've got just a basic A2 card set in the portrait. Hi, Amy. Yeah, I know you're going to be real good, I'm quite sure. Hi, Kay. Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. But you can see it's got an A2 card, and then there's an easel on the front. So you end up with a double easel. Kind of looks like a Z with some extra stuff. And I love it because it's easy peasy. I'll probably mess it up now since I said that, but it really is quite easy. And it's another one of those that gives a lot of ooh-ah for your easiness. See how nicely that sets up? Really nice. And because it has a regular A2 card, it's got room on the inside for a second sentiment and for you to write a message. So it's a really cool fun fold. I'm not going to say you're going to see it again, but you're totally going to see it again. And then I have an envelope, which if you're paying attention, you will notice isn't quite right. So before I can send this, I'll have to do some fixing there because there's really no way to explain why I have an upside down heart constellation in the top left corner. You know, Mary, I think you should just let the cruise ship be surprised. Hi, Lenny. Let them be surprised, Mary. I think it'll be an eye-opener for them. And since we'll be on the cruise ship in 2019 going to Greece, perhaps there will be like a bolo up. We'll walk in and the purser will have a little list behind his table and he'll be like, oh dear, there they are. Yeah, Jean, I'm glad to hear I'm not the only one who puts this on upside down. So, for this card, I have used the very sweet little Twinkle stamp set and the coordinating Twinkle Builder punch, which is kind of fun. It makes stars and moons and green clovers, oh my. And I pulled one of my favorite labels dies from the Stitched Labels framelits to make the front sentiment. So let us commensurate, shall we? I'm going to set this aside. Haha, that's right, a bolo for us, yes. Hi, Karen, glad you could join. All right, so let's look at some card cuts. This will all be on my blog tomorrow, so don't worry. Just watch along and have fun. Got our Whisper White envelope. Before we started, I stamped the big bold sentiment from Little Twinkle in Petal Pink ink on a piece of Whisper White, and I cut it with that Stitched Labels framelit. That'll be on our front. I have some soft seafoam and Petal Pink. They go together nicely, and so I have some Whisper White and some soft seafoam for the inside. Then I have a couple of pieces of Twinkle Twinkle DSP. These are for the card front, and then this will be for our envelope flap. And then we have the guts, if you will. Hey, Jerry. Hey, Susan and Patricia. Thank you for joining. I appreciate that. I started with the basic A2 4 1/4 by 11 for the card base, and it is just scored and folded at 5.5 inches as usual. Okay. Now, I'm going to pull out my trimmer, and we're going to... Hi, Rosemary. Thank you for joining, and welcome to the highly addictive world of card making. I hope you will stick around and learn a little something and have a little fun. Okay, now this piece is soft seafoam. It is 4 inches wide, just like a normal mat would be. Okay. And I'm going to first, from one short end, I'm going to score at 5 1/4. So 4 inches by 5 1/4. That should sound like a pretty common measurement for you. That would be my normal card front mat. And oh, by the way, it's exactly the same as the inside mat. All right, so this is very easy. So score once at 5 1/4 and get a good score because you want it to do its thing. And then you're going to, if you can either push out your little hoo-ha there and measure 7 3/4 from this end, or you can just move the score line down to 2.5 inches. See it right there? And score again. Okay. Now you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to double check because it has been a long day. I'm just going to make doubly sure that it's 2 1/4 inches or 2.5 inches. Yes, okay. You know, measure twice, cut once, or something like that. And then I'm going to score that again. Do be sure to use your scoring blade, not the cutting blade. Okay. And then I'm just going to set that aside. Hi, Roz. Thank you for joining. I appreciate that. Hi. Oh, good for you, Jean. Hey, Rosemary. Welcome to Jean's team. Thank you, Karen. All right. So to fold this, if you look, you'll see that the fold at 5 1/4 inches is a valley, and the fold at 2.5 inches is a mountain. So let us do that. So we're going to go valley, and mountain, like so. Okay, now you can kind of just check yourself before you get too far down the line, and you can see now it looks just like a card front. Yeah. Okay, so now we're going to just put some of the Twinkle Twinkle DSP on. This is a piece that's normal card front size, so 3 7/8 by 4 1/8, or no, 5 1/8. I'm going to use some liquid glue on the edges. Y'all, it is 108 degrees here today, and dry heat or no, that's too freaking hot. Just throwing it out there. It's supposed to be 110 tomorrow. I am so looking forward to that. Thank you, Karen. These are good colors, soft sea foam and petal pink. How did I come up with the color combination? Well, I looked at the DSP and I took the recommendations of the ever so talented Stampin' Up! Demonstrators. Okay, so now we're just going to put these smaller bits on. You can see the prototype is to go to a boy, and this one would be for a little girl baby person, a little girl tiny human. And I'm just lining that up, eyeballing to make my margins the same. And it's easy peasy. Thank you, Sue. I somehow managed to be perfectly neat on video. In real life, it's probably not quite so tidy, which is sad. All right, here we go. Mary, you're coming to SoCal in a couple of weeks. Yeah, I really hope it does too, because it's nasty here. And Roz, yeah, at least the high humidity, the high temperatures here are not accompanied by an equal number in the humidity world, because oh my goodness, that would just really, really be bad. Okay, so there we go. Once again, easy and peasy, also easy and peasy. Now across the top, I got a little clever. Well, I thought I was clever. And I'm going to put a piece of powder pink. No, I know it's not the same exact pink, but it'll be okay. But I've lost my glue dots. They're there. I'm going to put a piece of that ruffled ribbon because it's so cute. I'm going to adhere it to the back of the mat with some glue, a couple of glue dots. So all I've done is stuck a glue dot under this end. I'm just going to kind of swaggy wag it. Doesn't this look just like a little girl's headband? I know you can imagine her with no hair, nothing but a headband, a barrette. You think you could use glue dots to put a barrette on a little girl who has no hair? I think you could. I know, why not? Why not? Well, I'm glad they all have air conditioning, Mary, and a pool will not go awry. So you can sit in the pool and run mad dash into the house where the air conditioning is, and then you'll freeze, and then you'll go back outside and get hot, but you'll get to go to the pool, so that'll be okay. All right, so I'm just making that as kind of straight as I can, right there, like so. And then I'm gonna take some of this pink and silver baker's twine, and we're gonna do a double length of it, so kind of a rough measurement there, like that. And I'm going to put both of those on over the top of that ruffled ribbon, like that. That's all it's gonna be, very, very simple. Put some glue dots on the back first to be prepared to catch my baker's twine, because I always be prepared because of how I was a Girl Scout and stuff. Okay, here we go. I'm just sticking that on that glue dot, and then I'm gonna pull it around and kind of get it lined up in the middle of the ribbon, and sticking it on the glue dot in the back. Easy peasy, except it didn't stick, so now I'm gonna go back and re-stick it. Come on, you'll stick for me. I'll spare another glue dot. Go crazy, Mary, use 2. See, if that was a Stampin' Dimensional, I wouldn't have even hesitated to use 2 or 12, but since it's a glue dot, I'm being stingy with it, right? Being all stingified. Okay. Get on there now. Get on there now. Okay, there we go. All right. Okay, so next I'm going to take my sentiment, and it's going to go right here. And this is a lovely little label to use. Get all the hanging chads off, because you can really, really, really kind of eyeball the middle. See this little one right here? That's the center. So on the back, I'm going to use a little, the Girl Scout motto, that is correct, Karen, always be prepared. Okay. I've been getting weather alerts all day. Big red banners fly across my watch. It's too hot. Go inside. Get in the pool. It doesn't say that, but that's what it means, I'm pretty certain. Okay, so then I'm just going to line this up again and center it left to right and up and down. See how easy this is? I mean, seriously, y'all. This is so easy. It's cray. Okay. Now that's going to sit and dry for just a second, and I'm going to use my Twinkle Builder punch, and I'm just going to punch out a few stars. I don't really need a moon. If I get a moon, that's okay, but I don't need a moon. I'm not going to put a moon on here. Okay, but I do want a couple of the large stars and a couple of the small stars. Okay. I got some extras, so a few extra pieces that I don't need. So there's really no rhyme or reason to this, because rhyme and reason is not all that much fun. I prefer a little more freewheeling. I'm coming in a little late, but I actually caught a live. Love your creations. Enjoy it. Oh, very nice. Thank you so much, Susan. I appreciate that. Any tips on getting those little papers out of the die? Yes, I will show you in a half a second. You mean out of this die cut portion? Yes, I'm going to show you. So we're going to just do some twinkles. This is petal pink cardstock. Okay, so it's going to be the same pink as my card base. Does it have to be? No, it's your card. Do what you like. Do what makes you happy because of how it's your card. And I'm going to put a big one there because I want it to be behind my bow. Oops, got a little bit jiggy with that. And we'll put, you know what? I don't think I want that there. I don't want that there. I'm just going to set it aside. Maybe it'll still be usable. I want a small one. I want a small one. Now I put one right over that stamped star. And then I'm going to put another little one and we'll be done gluing. Yeah, Karen, this is a really adorable suite. There's a bunch of cute little stamps in here. Put one right there like that. Okay. And let's see, now I'm going to make a bow. It's taken me a long time to not get just so stingy with these pieces of ribbon and twine. It's a heck of a lot easier to tie in a bow that works for you if you have extra length to do it with. It's okay, it's not that expensive. All right, so I've just got 2 pieces of the, I think it's powder pink. It's either powder or petal pink and silver. I cannot remember to save my life. Because right now I'm not sure if it is Christmas or Tuesday. You know, a holiday in the middle of the week is very disorienting. Or disorientating, if that is the way you roll. I hope it isn't, but if it is, it's very disorientating. It's very disorientating. Okay. So I'm making my little bow, and it is gonna go right there like that, and I'm going to take a glue dot and kind of scrunch it in half and put it right in the middle of that star, and then stick this bow on there like that. Then I'll give this a little trim. Okay. And to finish it off, sometimes it gets clogged or gets a bubble in it, sort of explode out. Oh, the glue, yes. Yeah. Yes, schedules are off. So this is the Twinkle adhesive back sequins. Aren't they so pretty? And there's some pinkish ones and some silvery ones. And I think I'm gonna pick a couple of this. I'm just gonna use the silver ones because I like that contrast a little bit and it plays nicely with the baker's twine. So we're just gonna put a couple of these around because who doesn't like a little bling? A little boing every once in a while. All right, there we go. I think that's good. Now I'm going to set this aside and quick like a bunny do my inside. So let me pull that out. All right, now for the inside. Nice, Mary. You don't even care what day it is. I gotcha. I wish I didn't. Soon. Let's see, which one did I? Congratulations, your world just got a little fine. Okay, so we're gonna use that one. Set it aside, and we're gonna play with the Stamp-O-Potamus here. All right, here's my tip. I have a tip. When you're trying to line something up like a clear stamp, okay, it's a clear stamp, so you cannot see through it, hence the name clear. Put your cardstock that you're lining up on away from the corner, because in order to use an acetate to line it up, you're not going to change the orientation of the stamp, you're going to change the orientation of the cardstock. And if you push this clear in the corner, you got nowhere else to go. Like Mayo. What movie? Come on, people. I know you know. I got no place else to go. Okay, and I like to make a little mark where the corners are, just in case it decides to get jiggy on me. Okay, so this is how you do the Stamp-O-Potamus. It's either Saturday or Sunday. I like it. I like, Good on you, Mary. I'm glad you're adjusting to the horror of retirement. I think it sounds awful. Awful. Awesome is what I was trying to say. So now I have the Stamps-N-Lingers acetate, and I'm sticking it right up in the corner, okay? And then I am taking my Sentimente. Here it is. And I'm going to try to put it on right side up. And what you do is you just kind of line it up generally where you want it. Okay? Then pick it up. And then ink it. Officer and a Gentleman, yes ma'am. It was a good movie. I don't even care that old Richard Gere has learned to act way better in his older years than he did then. But, I mean, seriously, the last scene of the movie when he comes striding through the plant in his dress whites, oh, good Lord, be still my beating heart. Okay, so I've inked that up, and now I'm going to stamp my acetate, okay? And it's a little hard to see because it's light, but it isn't quite as straight as I would like. So what I do is just turn the card stock. So now I'm just trying to line up that bottom line with the bottom line here, and that is pretty close. So I'll go ahead and put on my magnets to hold it down as I lift the acetate off. Okay. And we'll be close. Yes, Mary, exactly right. They really faked loving it. Yes, they did. It looked completely believable. And yeah, it was quite the scene. That was one you want on DVR so you can rewind it and play it 4 or 5 times, right? Because the music is, it's just too good. Okay, so I've inked it again, and now I'm just going to stamp my Sentimente. Good enough. We'll close this up, pick up our cardstock, and set aside our Stamp-A-Potamus. Oh, we were talking about, I made a quote, a movie quote, and said, what movie is that? And Roz correctly answered that it was Officer and a Gentleman. And then somebody said it was a great movie, to which we all agreed. And then we agreed that possibly the best movie scene ever is the one where he comes striding through the plant in his dress whites and the music swells and it's, whew, yes, whew. Alrighty, here we go. You bought it so you can watch it over and over again. Yeah. Sue, did they really hate each other? The actor and actresses did? Well, you know, it is what it is. Now I'm using soft seafoam ink, and I'm just going to stamp once to see how dark. That's plenty. That's fine. So I'm going to just eyeball it and stamp right over the top of that sentiment. Just like that. And that is it. But what I'm going to do, while I've got it out, I'm going to do this one on the correct corner. Is just stamp in the corner of my Whisper White envelope. Flap at the top, stamp at the bottom. There we go. Okay. Put that aside. Now, because I really like these little twinkly sequins, I'm going to put a couple of them on my constellation like that. One right over that star and one right there. And always decorating in 3s. I think I'll go right there. That flipped on me. There you go. There. Alrighty, get aside. Now, I have my soft seafoam mat. Deborah Winger, yes. Really, I hope Deborah's not watching. Not the best actress on the planet. They were about the same then, but I don't really think she got better. He got a little better as he got older. He certainly aged nicely, one has to give him that. All right, so put that on with a little liquid glue. Okay. And then we'll put it on the inside of our petal pink mat. I love a fun fold that doesn't take any more time to do than a regular card. That is my kind of fun fold. The ones that take hours are really great, but you know you're never going to do them again because they take hours. So I love this because the recipients are wowed, but we know that it happened easy peasy in a little heartbeat. Okay, before I go any further and forget, I'm going to tell you about this. So I like to use a poker like this. You could also use your piercing tool. This is a non-Stampin' Up! One, but you could use the piercing tool, or you can use the end of your tweezers. The tip I have is roll this through a couple of 3 times, and if you're still having problems, before you take it out of the die, start punching the little holes like that. With it still in the die, you'll find if you have one that's going to be persnickety, you can put it right back into the Big Shot, turn it 90 degrees, that changes how the rollers work, and you can run it back and through a few times. As long as the die cut is still in the die, you can go back and forth as many times as you want, right? And it's often a little easier to poke these little boogers out when you have the die to kind of hold the rest of it too. So that is my tip. All right, so let's see, what was I doing? Okay, I'm gonna put some dimensionals on the back. Jean and Sharon, commence your counting. I know you're going to, so let's just get it out of the way. How many do you think it's gonna be? I can tell you right now, it's going to be 9, because that's what I use. 9, 3 on the top, 3 across the middle, and 3 across the bottom. 27. It's neither 8 nor 27. 27, come on, Amy, that is just cray-cray. 9 is obviously look at the symmetry. Okay, that one's a one-off, but look at the symmetry. 9 just makes sense. It just makes sense. All right, let's pull that off. Come on, you persnickety doodlebug. The day the Stampin' Dimensional got the best of Mary. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. My gosh. Hey you guys, I'm going to give you a little sneak peek. You might see a Tuesday card with a new bundle. And if you're really sweet, when we're done, I will cut open the package and we will look at it together, if and you want to. Okay, so we got those off. Double check that I'm right side up. And just center it as if it was a regular card front, right on the front of that A2 card base. How cute is that? I'll answer my own question because I can't hear you, but I'm gonna go with cute. See, isn't that so sweet and so cute for a little girl baby person? Okay, enough of that, Mary. Don't be so silly. Now we're gonna have our little piece to put on our envelope flap. All right. A little bit of glue. You think you're sweet, Jean? I think you're sweet. I'm gonna show you here in just a second. All right, here we go. Remember to edge it down just a little bit, make it easier. And don't get too head up. I don't know if you can see it, but the edge of the flap is a little bit, my piece is a little bit narrow. It doesn't matter, it's okay. It'll be fine. Because I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna do a quick fussy cut to get the excess off there. And I'm gonna move my card so I don't screw it up. Pull my trimmer back out. Thank you, ladies. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna line up the end of the card of the envelope flap with the cutting groove. And I'm gonna make sure that this is straight as I can make it. And then I'm just gonna cut that off just like that. You still got plenty. You can trim it up a little bit if you get a little too jiggy with it, like I just did. And there you go. Got plenty. And so there is the little girl person version of the little boy person version with the upside down envelope. Boom. Same exact set, same exact fold, same exact measurements. Change up the colors and bing bada boom. I think this is a pretty cute card. Something that I would be very happy to send. Okay, so let me put this aside and pull up my package. I think this came like at 8 o'clock last night. I don't know what the UPS dude does here. I think he must deliver to the hotel as his last delivery of the day. And I was in bed, so okay, let's see what we got. You ready for the big reveal? Here we go. Now this is going to be one of the limited edition stamp sets and bundles, with the exception of, potentially the exception of new watercolor pencils. Whoa! How cool is that? What have we got? We have Cherry Cobbler, Flirty Flamingo, Cajun Craze, Crushed Curry, Granny Apple Green, my favorite new green. I'm sorry, but Granny Apple Green has taken over the spot of Lemon Lime Twist for me. Garden Green, Coastal Cabana, Balmy Blue, Night of Navy, and Gorgeous Grape. Are those gonna be so fun to play with? I think the answer is why, yes, Mary, they certainly will be. Pretty. Nice. Now, what Stampin' Up! Has told us is that the watercolor pencils may come out in the holiday catalog. And I will know that answer sometime between the 20th and the 27th of July on the cruise ship. And if allowed, I might give you a little hint. I don't know. Okay, you ready? Now, this is fun. It is a 2-set stamp set. Look at those images. How great. You've got leaves, you've got holly and a bell. Merry Christmas. You're the friend everyone wishes they had. An absolutely gorgeous set of flowers. A wheat stalk or two and some more leaves. How pretty is that? Gosh, that font is nice, isn't it? And it has a matching framelit set. Ooh. Yep. Squeal is right, Alicia. You're gonna want these. This is limited edition, and if I remember what I've read correctly, customers will be able to purchase this in the month of August. And that's it. Once they're gone, they're gone. Demonstrators, the pre-order time is now. So oh my gosh, look at those labels. Oh, that has got stitches around it. Oh, that's so cool. And the leaves, some leaves and berries. Nice. And these are framelets, so part of them are going to match. This looks like it will match maybe nothing, but the leaves will cut out, I think. All right. Nice. And that looks like maybe the bell. Is the bell? Yeah, probably the bell. Yeah. Nice. So this is kind of a leaflet thinlet thing, because some of these don't fit any of the stamp sets and some of them do. Oh, but look at this. You've got a nice ribbon bow and some flourishes. Oh, this is going to be fun, y'all. And I've got some examples to give to you. I'll put those out on a post and on my newsletter next week, so you can see some samples and be all fired up and ready to rock and roll when this comes available. So remember, when this comes, the stamp set and bundled framelets will be a limited time only. month of August. And then the watercolor pencils might be in the holiday catalog. So kind of cool. All right, y'all. I have talked and yacked and chewed your ear off. We will do this again after I get back. It'll probably be that first week in August before I get my shiitake mushrooms together enough to do another video tutorial. Going to be a busy time. But Amy and I, if we don't get caught by the bolo, we're going to do some live things. I'm going to show you some glaciers. I'm going to show you some whales if I see whales. And I think we're going to have an awesome time. We'll do some fun things during the cruise. Appreciate you coming on Friday. Have a wonderful weekend. Try to stay cool. And we'll see you in a few. Thanks. Bye.